Hey there, welcome back to the Neon Chronicles. In today's video, we're going to take a look at some of the Wuthering Wave characters and their predecessors. If you're a longtime Punishing Gray Raven fan, then leave your comment. Let us know who your favorites are so that we can also loop them into our next video. We're going to go over the top 5, their parallels in Wuthering Waves, and at the very end, I'll leave my 2 favorite designs from PGR that I really hope do make their way over to Wuthering Waves, whether it's a reinvention of the character or a direct crossover. But if you do enjoy how these characters look and you want to become more familiar with Kuro games and their aesthetic and way of creating characters, then stick around, this might be a fun one. These are just my personal top 5 and the design elements that I personally love and want to see brought into Wuthering Waves, but in no way am I saying that these characters are intended to be the same or that they are going to be the same in terms of their lore. With all that being said, let's get started. The first resemblance we want to cover today is between Jianshin and Hanying. These two characters have similar color schemes, as you can see from the green, the grays, and the dark charcoal colors that they use. And they have similar kind of combat abilities where it's all very flowy and moves in this circular fashion. Next up we have Yuan Wu and Noctis, and these two are your classic badass street fighters. I love how punchy the combat is, and while their looks feel like they're foils of each other, one is blue, one is red, they have pretty similar characteristics. Our next fan favorite probably needs no introduction. We have Yinlin and Vera, both of which have incredible lightning skills and pretty similar aesthetics with their red hair. Next up we have Kakarot and Watanabe, both of which are my personal favorites for their slasher combat style. I love how speedy they are. It makes you feel like an absolute badass, and they just look very sleek. Next up we have Taochi and Ayla, and these two, you can see they have two very large similarities, which are of course the pink hair and the heavy hitting weapons. What were you thinking, Dirty Mind? And as promised, we also have some honorable mentions in Chu Shukra, who is probably my all-time favorite design in Punishing Gray Raven because of the color scheme and her combat abilities. And in Wuthering Waves, I see a little bit of similarities in Baishi for the aesthetics, but not so much the combat. We also have Alyssa, who I love this character. Her combat style is all about switching in with this other little creature that she has, and I hope that they bring in more of these gameplay styles into Wuthering Waves too. Plus, she looks sick. Anyways, that's all we had for today. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. That's wild.